Hey guys, welcome along to the show. This is Here's Rodder's Reviews. I'm your host Rodney Stewart, and we're getting into He-Man and the Masters of the Universe one more time with an episode called The Keeper of the Ancient Ruins. Now, this one here was very interesting, though fairly random in places. At the beginning, Man-at-Arms and Professor Smallin, who is an archaeologist, are at ancient ruins in the desert, checking relics and whatnot, and they actually managed to find the Book of Ancient Eternia, which is so old that it needs to be translated. It's like the original language on Eternia. So they're going to do that via radio connection with the palace, but before they get a chance to start checking out what's in this book and getting it translated and whatnot, they're attacked by a bunch of ancient robots that are there to protect the relics, and these ancient robots have the ability to freeze you in time, essentially. So the professor is frozen in time, and Man-at-Arms a couple of times as well. He's frozen once but brought back by the robots. He manages to talk him round once in a while. There's one gets damaged, and he wants to fix it using his technology, but these things are seeing Man-at-Arms and this professor as, disturbing these ancient relics. They're programmed to protect it, and one of them gets damaged, and they start to think, maybe this guy can help us, and they eventually unfreeze him so he can help fix one of these robots. And slowly over the course of the episode, he gains their trust. Teela, having heard Man-at-Arms and this professor getting attacked by these robots, leaves the palace along with Prince Adam to come and try and save them. But there's a huge storm, takes out their Wonder Raider. She gets knocked unconscious, which gives Adam the chance to become He-Man, so he goes off to help Man-at-Arms. After calling the sorceress for help, Teela's been knocked out. She's been damaged kind of in the head, she's concussed, and she needs medical attention beyond what He-Man can do for her. So the sorceress actually sends this great bird messenger, is what it's called here in the wiki Grayskull. This thing it's a giant bird, and it can heal Teela, so it does that, and eventually she gets back to her feet, but is attacked by Trapjaw. He's managed to see from Snake Mountain their Wonder Raider going down, so he's going to take the opportunity to try and do something to make Skeletor happy. So he eventually attacks, and at this point He-Man has got to the robots, and they and their memory circuits have heard tell of He-Man before, so they see him as a friend to them as well. So they're getting well won over at this point. So when Trapjaw turns up, he's captured Teela, and the fight happens between him and He-Man. The robots eventually pitch in, freeze him in time, and he's taken off to the prison mines. At the end of the episode, they've all pretty much made up as far as the robots and Man-at-Arms and the professor and that, and everything is sorted that the robots are actually willing to let the Eternians come in and check out the ancient ruins, because now that the trust has been won with them, they don't have to protect it the way they thought they had to protect it up to this point. It's a fairly random episode. The story is good in there, but there's a whole section in the centre of it where He-Man, check that out. I need to get a studio that's well away from the road, that's probably someone I know that knows I'm in here recording videos. But yeah, there's one point during the episode where He-Man fights a storm and digs a hole in the middle of the desert to stick the storm inside and close the hole again. You know, it's sword and sorcery fun at its wackiest best in this episode and parts of it, but that's a good episode. Probably not one of the better episodes of the series, but it's a very good one nonetheless. And the PSA at the end of it is essentially they found this book that was knowledge is power, essentially, and this book had so much knowledge in it that we didn't get to find out what actually was in the episode itself, but there was so much knowledge in this book that it was protected by these ancient robots, and knowledge is power. And you know, you can go to places like museums and that there, and you know, read books and get the knowledge yourself. You have the ability to get the power, essentially, as the PSA at the end of it. Go learn stuff for yourself. Knowledge is power. So I enjoyed it. Again, probably not one of the better episodes of the series, but enjoyable nonetheless.